which one to choose between the Tracer 9 and the MT09 SP? Interesting question. And in this quick little film, I'll try to demonstrate the actual practical differences between these two motorcycles. Between the MT09 and the Tracer 9 GT, which bike to choose? Now that is an interesting question and raises a slight debate. The reason why this is even a question is because performance-wise there is very little to separate the two. Let us quickly run the numbers to see the differences. It is an 889cc inline triple on both bikes. It is exactly the same engine with 4 valves per cylinder, double overhead cam, an engine that gives out 117 bhp at 10,000 rpm and 93 newton meters of torque, or 68 foot-pounds at 7,000 rpm. They have the exact compression ratio of 11.5:1. The engine is the only common factor between the two bikes. The pricing? The MT09 SP is priced at $11,499 whereas the Tracer 9 GT is priced at $14,999. That is $3,500 more than the MT09. Now on paper, they seem very similar in terms of engine performance and numbers. In actual performance as well, they are not too different actually. They run neck and neck. But there are some major differences in the design elements of the bike. The Tracer 9 is actually designed to tour. It is a performance touring machine, whereas the MT09 is actually a naked street fighter designed for commuting, intracity travel, and basically to have fun and, if you wish, maybe take it on track. In fact, it is quite a capable track tool. The Tracer 9 is quite the opposite. It is not a track tool at all. It has a different suspension setup. In fact, it has a semi-active suspension that is designed primarily for travel. The weight. There is a difference in the weight. The MT09 comes in at 190 kilos or 419 pounds wet weight with oils and gas. The Tracer 9 GT weighs in at 213 kilos, that is 23 kilos heavier than the MT, or 490 pounds. That is a big difference in weight between the two motorcycles. The suspension. The biggest difference between the two bikes is actually the suspension. The Tracer 9 comes with a semi-active suspension. It is an electronically controlled suspension. It works in real-time riding situations with inputs from the IMU, the inertial measurement unit, the engine control unit, the hydraulic unit, and the suspension control unit. Together, they calculate the optimum settings on the fly for every riding situation, including hard acceleration and hard deceleration, and adjusts accordingly. The suspension is just phenomenal. The MT09 SP has great suspension too, fully adjustable, rebound, compression, and preload, front and rear. But the adjustability is old school, fully manual, and you have to keep adjusting till you reach the window of where you want it to be for your riding, and is nowhere near the advanced semi-active suspension of the Tracer 9. It is primarily the suspension that the bulk of the price difference comes in. The chassis? Also look at how the chassis geometry is on the Tracer 9. It is a significantly higher motorcycle, almost like the setup on an adventure motorcycle. Let me show you how I sit on the Tracer and how I sit on the MT. They are vastly different. The Tracer makes me sit significantly upright. I get a high windscreen, the seat is broad and cushy, again designed for long days on the saddle. There's a big difference in the seat height too. The seat height on the MT09 is at 825mm, where the Tracer 9 has a seat height of 835mm. That is a big difference. The higher riding stance is designed for longer rides and more comfort. The MT09, on the other hand, is more of a stiffer, narrower seat. You can travel a couple of hours, but after that, you'll probably want to find your way back home. On the Tracer 9, you can travel from Philadelphia to Mexico and feel like you just did a city commute. The Tracer 9 is designed to consume miles without breaking a sweat. The MT09 is designed to make you sweat. I can draw an analogy with the jungle. The MT09 is like the cheetah on the prowl, very sharp and very agile, looking for a quick, fast hunt. The Tracer 9 is like a soaring eagle that flies a long time looking for a hunt. It finally depends on what you really want from your motorcycle. Do you want to commute fast, or do you want to travel long distances and also do it fast? If it is the former, then MT09 is the right bike for you. If you want to travel long distances with a lot of comfort and good amount of potential fast riding, then the Tracer 9 is the right bike for you. I hope this short film helps you choose the right motorcycle for your needs and make the right decision. You can always ask your questions in the comment section down below, and I'll be taking time out to reply to your questions. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. Until then, ride safe.